Hello, how is everyone? I am connecting this, so I'm doing this live on my business page, but I want to share this out now that I know how to do this because I did it for the first time earlier this week. I want to share this out to my Facebook group, and if you're not in the Facebook group, join us. Seriously, join us. Concerned Moms Creating Empowered Daughters. It's amazing. It's incredible. There's like over 3,000 moms in there. And I do a lot of Facebook Lives and posts, and it's great. So I'd love to have you in there if you're not in there. Let me see. I've got to find. This is what happens when you go live. I'm like not seeing it. So maybe, give me a second. Hopefully I won't have to start this over. So maybe I have to go to the business page and share it out that way. Yes, let's try that. So here we go. We're gonna go to that. I think I'll get better at this with time. And it won't take me so long, but right now it's taking me a little while. So let's see. Oh, there I am. So weird seeing myself right here. Okay, I'm almost got this going. So I'm gonna share in a group. Yes. Don't you love the play-by-play that I'm giving you? Concerned. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Let's give it a title and then we'll be ready to go. 1 second. What is your... Oh my God. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay. I'm sharing this out. Let me make sure. Yay, it works. So I think we're all good. Okay. So I'm feeling like extra good right now. If you're brand new to me, I'm Brianna, and I am an empowerment coach for teen girls and young women, and I'm just like feeling so excited because like the girls that are in Girl Tribe, I mean, more girls have been coming in today, this week. It's like the girls keep coming. It's amazing. I spoke to, there was one mom and she enrolled both of her daughters into Girl Tribe. Like, how cool is that? That's incredible. I love it. I just love the reach that Girl Tribe can have, right? I've mentioned this before, but like there's a girl from Australia that's in Girl Tribe. When I go to London next month, you can bet that I'm gonna meet girls, right? I'm gonna meet moms while I'm in London. I'm actually going to speak at a school, so hopefully I can mention Girl Tribe to them. So watch out, because I think there's gonna be some UK girls coming in to Girl Tribe very soon. But this is what I love about Girl Tribe, like 13 and up. I'm not limiting, yes, the younger ones, if you have a younger daughter, this isn't the right group for her. But this group, this community for girls is so needed. And the work that I do, the whole reason I came out and created Girl Tribe was because I was feeling bad, because I knew so basically before Girl Tribe, there were 2 ways that your daughter could work with me: privately, and that costs thousands of dollars if you want me to privately coach your daughter, right? And I know some moms can pay that, but not all moms can, right? So that's one thing. The other one is Unstoppable You. It's more expensive than Girl Tribe, but and not all moms are able to do Unstoppable You, which is my online group coaching program for teen girls. So I was like, I want to do something that is affordable, that I can put out there, and so many girls can join this and really get the support, the guidance, really learn these tools, like how to love themselves, how to go through life in a different way, not playing the victim, how to deal with like anxiety and depression and overwhelm and stress, all of the things that they are not being taught in school, right? This is what they get in Girl Tribe. How to navigate relationships, friendships, how to create boundaries in their lives, like so many things, right? Like there's gonna be like, they're gonna learn meditation and tapping, and it's like, it's just incredible like how much I'm putting into Girl Tribe. And let me tell you this, it's worth way more than what I'm charging right now for it. Right now, it's Friday evening, okay? Or maybe depending on where you are, it might be later or earlier. I don't know where you live in the world, right? But for right now, for me, I'm in Los Angeles and it's 5 o'clock. So there's not that much time to take advantage of the crazy, incredible pricing I am offering right now. It only lasts until May 31st. And guess what? Today is May 31st. So you don't have much time. Tomorrow, pricing jumps to $97 a month. Okay? So if you sign up your daughter today, you are going to be locked in at $57 a month for as long as your daughter is a part of Girl Tribe. If she's in it for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, guess what? $57 a month for as long as she's here in Girl Tribe. But if you sign her up tomorrow or a month or 5 months or 10 months from now, it will be $97 a month. So if you sign your daughter up today, you still have a little bit of time. You will also, it is a 3-month commitment, and then there's no monthly obligation after that. So I want to talk about something, the title for this, I wrote, what is your wake-up call? And have you had a wake-up call? Maybe you haven't had one yet. And if you're like, well, what are you talking about, Brianna? What I mean by that, what is your wake-up call? So what's going on with your daughter, right? Is she suffering from big-time anxiety? Is she having panic attacks? Is she, in the throes of like some major depression, and you haven't been able to get her out of it? Is your wake-up call, I don't know, has she had like suicidal thoughts? Has she been cutting? What's been your wake-up call? What's been your wake-up call that I need to do something to help my daughter? I'm sure a lot of you moms watching this have had a wake-up call. Maybe for some of you, maybe your daughters actually came to you and said, I need help. Majority of girls aren't asking for help though. So it comes out in other ways, right? Or they're gonna numb their pain because they don't know what to do with all of this stuff that's coming up for them. So how do they do that? Cutting, developing an eating disorder, drugs, alcohol, sex, you name it. There's so much. Thinking about suicide, they don't know what to do, right? And so it's so important, if you've had your wake-up call, then you've got to like think outside of the box to what is really going to help your daughter, right? If you didn't watch the Facebook Live that I did, I don't know, it was like a couple of days ago, I was talking about the difference between my coaching and therapy. And I say my coaching because I don't put myself in the coaching box, because I don't consider myself like a generic coach, right? There are coaches out there that are not doing the work, the kind of in-depth work that I am taking the girls and young women that I work with through. They're just not. So that's why I put myself in a different category. You have your coaches, you have your therapists, and then you got me, right? And so it's really interesting. So like whether you've had your wake-up call with what's going on with your daughter, or maybe you haven't had the wake-up call. Maybe you think that everything is honky-dory and everything is great and there's nothing to worry about. So the problem with that is you don't know everything that is going on with your daughter. You would like to think you do. You like to think that you know like everything that's going on with her, right? As a mom, I'm sure like You want to, right? You want to feel that way, but you don't. Because chances are, like, your daughter is not confiding in you with everything that's going on with her. She's not telling you the inner demons or this critic that never shuts up in her head. She's not telling you that when she looks in the mirror, she hates herself. She's not telling you how bad it's gotten that she's taking a razor blade to her arm and cutting herself. She's not telling you what's going on at school. She's not telling you if she has suicidal thoughts. She's not telling you these things. I'm not saying like every single girl is like this. I'm not saying that. But the vast majority of girls are not really telling you everything that is going on with them. And you find out when you have your wake-up call. When it's after the fact. If you could rewind, like go back with the clock, right? And go back to the first warning sign that you got from your daughter, you know, when you thought, something's not right here. Something's off with her. She's acting weird. She doesn't seem like her sweet sunshine, you know, like happy self. Something is off. That's like a warning, right? But not all of you are seeing the warning signs. Some of your daughters are really good actresses. And what I mean by that is they're playing a role because they want to make you think that everything is fine with them. Look at me, I'm fine. I'm going through school. I'm getting my A's and B's. I have friends. I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I've got like everything. Look, my grades are so good. My grades wouldn't be good if I wasn't doing well, right? This is the stuff that is going on. You have no idea what is really going on with your daughter unless you have a daughter that just shares every single thing with you. And if you are, like, if you have a daughter like that, you're the exception. You have like kind of like a rare relationship, right? It's not the norm. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not the norm. Okay? So most girls are walking around with all of this muck, all of this feeling like they're unworthy, like they're not good enough, like, why are they even here? So many girls are feeling this way, and you don't know about it because your daughter is not sharing it with you. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave your daughter? Fast forward to the wake-up call. You know, the wake-up call is something intense, right? Overwhelming. Something happens. Do you have to bring your daughter to a hospital because she tried to kill herself? That's extreme. Yes, I know. Or maybe you catch your daughter, you find out that she's cutting. You find out that your daughter isn't eating. She's developed an eating disorder. You find out that your daughter is dating she's in an abusive relationship and you can't get her out of it. You find out that your daughter has friends that are walking all over her, taking advantage of her. She's got no boundaries. She's never learned that. Or maybe she's being like backstabbed at school by the girls and there's, you know, like mean girls, bullying going on. There are so many things that can be going on with your daughter, and it's different than when you were in high school or when you were in college or when you were in middle school. Times have changed. Things are different now. It's way worse than whatever you had. So the wake-up call is like whether you've had it or you haven't. What have you done since? If you have had the wake-up call, what have you done to help your daughter? Therapy, I talked about this on my last Facebook Live. Watch it if you haven't seen it. What's going on with therapy? Therapy doesn't always work. It's not always effective. I wrote this in my last post. I said, whomever you get to help your daughter will only be able to take her as far in her growth work and healing as they have been able to take themselves. And what I mean by that, if that's like confusing or if that doesn't really make sense, what I mean by that is any therapist is not going to work. Okay? There's a lot of therapists that have done no inner work on themselves. And they have the title of therapist, and you trust them because they have a title. You trust them maybe more than you would trust me because I call myself a coach and they're a therapist. Or maybe you trust a psychologist more because of the title, the degree. You know, but at the end of the day, is the therapist or the psychologist going to be able to help your daughter? I don't know. Maybe, but maybe not. This work is really powerful. The work that I do with teen girls and young women, I spent about, oh God, how long? Like 7 years working on myself, healing my life, working on self-love, working on my mindset, working on, how to create boundaries, working on how I can create the best life possible. 7 or 8 years I was working on that even before I got my very first client. Why? Because I needed to experience it for myself first before I was able to teach it to others. And therapists are not doing that, not all. They're not all doing this inner work, the inner healing work. So when when they meet with your daughter, that's why. If your daughter's not getting any better, that's why. The sad truth is, I had a mom reach out to me. She just signed her daughter up for Girl Tribe. I'm so excited. And she said to me that her daughter was seeing a therapist, and the therapist eventually told her daughter that she needed to go into hospital inpatient because she couldn't do anything more for her. And it devastated her daughter. That's devastating for a therapist to say that. Oh, and by the way, this therapist was known as specializing in working with teens. What's that about, right? So just because someone is a therapist or a psychologist or whatever doesn't mean that they know exactly what your daughter needs to transform her life. But I am telling you, I know it. I know what your daughter needs. It doesn't matter if I've never even spoken to your daughter or if I haven't even met her yet. When girls come to me, I know what to do. I'm not thinking like, oh my God, I don't know how to help this girl. Oh my God, maybe I should refer her out, or maybe I should, send her somewhere else. I don't know. She's a lost cause. I never, ever say that. I never, ever think that. I've built up the confidence in what I do to the point that I know that whatever girl comes my way, I don't care what their challenges are, I know how to help them. Now, the only thing is, there's one caveat to all of that, okay? The caveat, I never use that word, caveat. I don't think I've ever used that word before. I'm using it now. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. The only thing is that it's not entirely up to me if your daughter is going to transform her life. Here's the deal. I can show your daughter the way. I can tell her, we can do the healing work. I can teach her how to work her mind like nobody's business. I can teach her how to love herself. I can teach her how to be empowered and confident and love her life. But here's the thing. If she's not doing the work, then it doesn't work. She's not really going to transform her life. This is again like another reason why therapy is ineffective, because here we go. You take your daughter to a therapist. She goes in for 50 minutes or 1 hour, right? 50 or 60 minutes. She leaves, doesn't talk to the therapist for another week until she goes back. What happens in that week where she's not seeing the therapist? Do you think she's able to stay here? or to keep going up here when she has no contact, no accountability, no help, no support, no guidance? Where do you think that leaves your daughter? Yeah, you got it. Your daughter is not going to be able to sustain how, if the therapy, let's say the therapy is kind of working. She's not going to be able to sustain it if she's got no support, no guidance, no accountability in between their sessions. Doesn't work. And guess what else happens? Self-sabotage comes into play. And boy, that's fun to deal with. Self-sabotage comes into play, and if your daughter doesn't have someone that's really, really working with her, not just once a week, then guess what? Your daughter's going to give up on herself. She's going to give up on all of this work, and she's going to give herself excuses like, this is too hard, it's too difficult, I can't do this. I'm just going to go back to feeling anxious or depressed. It's easier over there. I know what to expect. I don't know what it feels like to be empowered or happy or confident. So I'm going to go back there. I'm going to be anxious. I'm going to be depressed. Right? How many of your daughters have you been trying the same thing? Months after months, maybe years after years, you've been doing the same thing. You're sick of it. Your daughter's sick of it. But guess what? Nothing's changing. You want to know why nothing is changing? Is because perhaps, I don't know everyone's story that's watching this Facebook Live, but chances are you're repeating the same thing that you've been trying to do to help her that is already proven to not work in the first place. And you're hoping for something better. You're hoping for like the light to come down and for it to finally work and for your daughter to feel better, but it's not. It doesn't work that way. You've got to get your daughter working with the right person, the right program, the right coaching, what your daughter needs. This is it. The work that I do with teen girls and young women, this is no nonsense. I'm like all in this. Like, I'm not messing around with any of the groups that I run, whether it's Girl Tribe, Unstoppable You, or my private coaching. I am so committed to every single girl that comes to me and wants to better their lives. I'm so freaking committed to every single one of those girls. As long as they want it, I'm showing up. I am showing up for them more than they will ever experience with any therapist. Because here's the deal. Here's what your daughter gets in Girl Tribe that she's not going to get anywhere else. She's going to have access to me all of the time. Girl Tribe has a group chat. That is a way for all of us to stay connected. So your daughter can go in the group chat. There's a bunch of girls already in there. I've been private messaging some of them. I've been chatting with some of them in the group chat already. This is how your daughter can get coached by me in between our monthly live group coaching calls. How cool is that? Let me just say this. To work with me privately costs thousands of dollars, and you can get your daughter coached by me in Girl Tribe today for $57 a month. Holy crap, are you hearing me on this? Can I get an amen or something? Oh my God, my energy today, I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling so blessed because there's been so many girls that have joined Girl Tribe. They're already seeing results. They're already getting they're starting to see transformation in their lives. It doesn't have to take that long for your daughter to have this for herself either. Back to the group chat. So I don't want to veer off topic. Okay, so back to the group chat. Your daughter can go in the group chat and private message me if she's struggling with something. She could put a message in the group chat and the other girls might, offer her support, right? They're gonna be there for her. It's gonna be a community of girls all coming together, working on themselves. That is priceless. Let me tell you, I cannot say how big, like the power of girls coming together and working on themselves elevates the work that they're doing to a whole different level. I can't even tell you. For any of you moms who have ever done group coaching, have been a part of like a group coaching program for yourself, already know this, but if you haven't, I have done group coaching programs, not my own. I mean, like I've gone into other group coaching programs, and it's like when you get all of these girls, or for me, I'm not a woman, right? When you get all of these people coming together, working on themselves, it elevates the energy. It does something. Your daughter is going to grow at a rapid pace because she's being supported with so many girls, and then she's got me as her coach for $57 a month. Pricing goes up tomorrow. I don't want you living with regret. Whether you have had your wake-up call with your daughter, you have seen what is going on, or maybe you haven't. Maybe she's been hiding everything from you. She's playing the actress. She's playing the part. Everything's fine. Everything's fine over here, Mom. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Is that your daughter? Is she playing a part? Do you even know exactly what is going on with her? She may never tell you. Maybe she will. So it's so important. You can't be the one to fix your daughter. You can't be the one to save her. But let me tell you this. You can be the one to show her a program, a community like Girl Tribe that is going to transform her life. Even if you knew all of the answers. Let's say you know all of the answers and you know exactly how to help your daughter transform her life. Do you think she's going to listen to you? You're the mom. She doesn't want to hear from you. I don't care if you have all the answers in the world. She doesn't want to hear it from you. Again, you are the mom. You are too close to home, right? How many of you moms are watching this and you've already tried? You're like, sweetie, you're so beautiful. Why can't you see how beautiful you are? Your daughter calls herself fat and you're like, honey, look at you. You're gorgeous. You think that's really sinking in? That's going in one ear and out the other. She's not going to believe you. I mean, it's nice that you're telling her these things. Don't get me wrong. But it goes in one ear and out the other. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is what your daughter thinks about herself. So that's big. I don't know any other programs out there for girls that are teaching girls what I am teaching them in the way that I am doing it. This is the most unique program out there. It's incredible. Girls are already having results. There's so many girls that have been coming in this week. Let me tell you this. How many girls from Unstoppable You? So Unstoppable You is my online group coaching program for teen girls. By the way, if you've been waiting patiently, that's starting up in July. So, and Casey, I'll get to your comment in a second. That's starting up in July. So I'm super excited about that. But here's what I want to say. Wait, so let me count. How many girls from Unstoppable You? Oh, I'm pretty sure 6 girls from Unstoppable You have signed up and are in Girl Tribe right now. That's incredible. So the majority of girls that I was working with in my other program have come into Girl Tribe. What does that tell you about this work? These girls want to continue in this growth. They want to continue connecting with me. They want to continue doing all of this. If it wasn't working, do you think any of those girls would have signed up for Girl Tribe? Also, their mothers. 6 mothers signed their daughters up They had already invested all of that money in Unstoppable You, and now they're reinvesting in Girl Tribe. What does that say about those moms? They're willing to invest. They're willing to put, they see what's important for their daughter. They see that this has already helped their daughters so much that this, staying in the energy of this work, being connected with me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, of course. That's why 6 of the girls are in Girl Tribe right now. That's incredible, from just Unstoppable You. Then we have so many other girls. I don't know if, I think I mentioned this earlier, but like 2 sisters signed up today. I'm super excited about that. Like, it's just incredible. I can't say enough about this. Girl Tribe is not going anywhere. It's staying around for a really long time. But if you've noticed why I've been so I've been doing a lot more Facebook Lives. I'm talking about it a lot because I want you to get in on this while the pricing is good. What mom wants to spend more money if you don't have to? I always like when, if someone's offering me, hey, you can spend $57 a month or you can spend $97 a month. What are you going to do? I would go for the $57 a month, right? Of course, it's a no-brainer. But I know that there are a lot of moms that are watching this that are not going to sign your daughters up. Then several months from now, you're going to get your wake-up call. You're going to find out that your daughter is suffering. You're going to find out that your daughter doesn't know how to control her life. You're going to find out that your daughter is suffering from major depression or anxiety, and you're going to be like, holy crap, I wish I would have signed my daughter up when Brianna was talking about Girl Tribe. You can still do that. You can still do that 4, 5, 6 months from now. You can do it next year. I guarantee you, Girl Tribe is not going anywhere. But the problem with that, if you wait on something, let's forget the money. $57, $97, I'm going to put that aside for right now. Let's talk about your daughter. Let's talk about what happens when you don't get your daughter the right help and support that she needs, and you wait. You wait on it because you think it's getting better. You think the therapist is working. You think the medication is working. You think your way is working. And maybe it is. I don't know every single mom watching this, right? So maybe it is working. But maybe it's not. And if it's not working, and 5 months from now, 6 months from now, you have your wake-up call. Maybe you have a second wake-up call or a third wake-up call, and something really bad happens with your daughter. You are gonna say, I wanna cuss right now, but I'm not going to. But you're gonna say, holy crap, I regret the fact that I didn't sign my daughter up 4 or 5 months ago. Do not live with regret, moms. Let me tell you what I see the most of in my Facebook group. I see so many moms they say like all of the stuff that's happening with their daughter, right? She's in an abusive relationship. She's cutting. She's, she hates herself. The anxiety is through the roof. Depression is off the charts. And then guess what they say at the very end of the post? And I've seen this so many times. Sometimes I even expect to see it because so many moms are writing this. They say this: I feel like a failure as a mother. I feel like I failed my daughter. Don't let that be you, moms, or if their dad's here. Don't let that be you. I'm being dead serious because you have the opportunity to give your daughter something that can change her life forever. Do not live with regret. Do not live with, I should have taken action when Brianna was talking about this 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago. Because your daughter will not get better by not doing this program. She's going to get worse if she's not getting the right help, the right support, the right guidance. I am 100% confident that if you sign your daughter up for Girl Tribe, she is going to have a transformation, but I have one condition. The condition is that she puts in the work. I can't help it if you sign your daughter up, but your daughter doesn't do the work. She's not working on herself. Like, she's kind of like she's there, but she's not, you know? I'm not gonna tell you that your daughter's gonna transform. She's got to show up and do the work. I've had one girl in Girl Tribe, and she's so adorable. She's 15 years old, and she's been private messaging me, and she's taking everything she's learning like really seriously, and she's looking at her life and kind of seeing it differently, and she's saying, gosh, like, I'm feeling more confident. She'll message me and say, oh my gosh, I just saw that the training that you have in Girl Tribe, and it really, it struck a chord with me. And I'm like, hallelujah. This program, this community is so powerful. It's so powerful. Your daughter will not find it anywhere else. There's no other girl communities like this, like I said before, doing this inner work, and especially with someone like me. I know what I'm doing. I know what it takes for girls and young women to change their lives. Let me read. Casey, I don't know if you're still here, but absolutely, we've tried everything in our toolbox. All that matters is our girls are happy. Yes, Casey, exactly. That's all that matters, that your daughter is happy, that she loves her life, that she's feeling good about herself. And so for like all of the moms, whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, what is it worth to see your daughter happy with a smile on her face, loving life, loving who she is from the inside out, right? That stuff is priceless. I think back to when I was a teen girl, and, if I had a program, a group, a community like Girl Tribe when I was 13, 15, 17, 19, do you know how different my life would be? Everything would be completely different. Now, I don't look at my life as I wish it was different. I wish things would have happened differently. I don't say that. I used to, when I wasn't so self-aware and I wasn't conscious and I wasn't evolved, I used to say that. I used to say I wish things were different. I used to say, like the woe is me, victim, all that, right? I don't say that anymore. And now what I say is I look back where I started, who I was back then, and I just give a lot of gratitude and thanks for me having gone through that, because it's made me the person that I am today. If my parents had taught me how to love myself, how to be confident, like if they had taught me all of those things early on, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have helped transform so many girls' lives by doing this work. That never would have happened. So I am grateful for everything that has happened for me. I say for me, not to me. This is another thing I teach girls and young women how to do. No longer victims. They got to be empowered. Everything is always happening for your daughter, not to her daughter. It's how she looks at her life that changes everything. If your daughter has anxiety or depression, overwhelm, tons of stress, whatever, and she's not able to get out of it, chances are she's feeling pretty low about herself. Chances are she looks at her life and says like, oh, why do I have to deal with this? It's so hard. It's so hard being me. I'm so frustrated. My life is so difficult. Why can't it just be better? Why can't it get easier? Nothing's ever going to help. Nothing is ever going to change. It's always going to be this way. If that's your daughter, maybe you don't even know it's your daughter, because maybe it's not something she would even say out loud. Maybe it's just in here. But if that's your daughter, then she needs to change that immediately. or she will be a victim for the rest of her life. How many adults are going through their lives in that same state of being a victim? That is no way to live life. It is no way to live life. But a lot of people are doing it because they don't know any better. They've never been taught anything different. I am teaching girls and young women something different, but you've got to say yes to it. You've got to share Girl Tribe with your daughter, and you've got to sign her up. Whether you sign her up today for $57 a month, which is great. It's not worth that. It's worth a lot more, but that's what I'm charging right now. But tomorrow or next month or 5 months from now, it will be $97. So, but not only that, if your daughter doesn't get the help, the support, everything that she needs right now, where does that leave your daughter? Think about it. That was a long live. I think I'm ready to go. I think Annabelle needs to go. We're going to go to the beach right now. But I really wanted to share that, and I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I figured out, again, how to do it, not only in the Facebook group, but also on my business page, so I can share these lives with both of you guys. So there's still time. I'm going to leave the link for Girl Tribe below. And, you know, I'm hoping that more of you moms are going to share this with your daughter, and hopefully I get to work with your daughter. Hopefully I get to connect with her and really help her see how beautiful her life is, because every single one of your daughters, they all have beautiful lives, but they just need to see it that way, and they need to change what's going on in here that makes them not believe that they have it good, that they have a good life, right? There's so, yeah, I could go on and on about this, but I am gonna wrap this up. So I'm just sending you so much love. And for those of you moms that are watching this, that you've already signed up your daughters for Girl Tribe, I just wanna say this to you. I really, really want to acknowledge you for doing what it takes to help your daughter. Because I actually, I said this to like one of the moms earlier who signed her daughter up. I was like, I really acknowledge you, because it's, you know, it takes, I know sometimes like stepping outside of the cookie cutter box of what everyone does, right? Therapy, medication, that's what everyone does. That's what we have all learned from the time we were children. That's what you do. You don't feel well? Guess what? Go get some drugs, go put yourself on some medication, and go see like a therapist or a doctor. Doctor is going to prescribe the drugs, and the therapist, well, may not work. Might not work, but you're going to try it, right? Because that's what we have been taught from a very young age. And none of us have been taught to think outside of this box until now. Until what I am offering you, this is something outside of the box. And I know a lot of you moms that are watching this, I know this is hitting home for you. I know this is resonating for you, because you already know that the medication and the therapy isn't working. And maybe you're scared to try this for your daughter. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. I mean, if you watch this whole Facebook Live, I mean, there's a reason you're watching this, right? But so going back to me acknowledging all of you moms that are watching this, that have already signed your daughter up, I want you to give yourself a big hug right now. And I almost want to cry, because like, I know it takes a lot for us to do something that is different, right? I know it takes a lot for you to admit to yourself that you don't have the answers, that you don't know how to help your daughter. But this program, this group actually can, and it will help your daughter. So I'm just like, I just want to acknowledge all of you moms that have already signed your daughters up for Girl Tribe. Seriously, you've done something that is so incredible. And I promise you, your daughters will be thanking you. They will be thanking you. Maybe not on day one when they first come into Girl Tribe, but they will thank you later on. I'll say this one last thing. In Unstoppable You, my online group coaching program, towards the end, all of the girls shared their experiences of Unstoppable You, how it's changed their lives, like all of it. I had so many, I mean, I wish I could share this with you, but I can't because it's, you know, it's confidential and it's private. But I will say this. There were so many girls that like broke down and started crying and said how much this has changed their lives and how much I have changed their lives. And like, I heard all of this and I was just like, amen, you know, like this is what it's all about. Like these girls there are so many girls that are hungry for change. They're hungry for this work that I am offering, but they don't even know it. They don't know it yet because they haven't started this work. They haven't started the inner work, looking at themselves. They look at what's going on around them and they say, okay, my life's not so good. I'm dealing with this. I've got this going on. School sucks. Anxiety, depression is through the roof. Whatever they're saying, right? Most girls are not looking in here. They're looking out there and saying all of these things are the reason why I'm so screwed up. All of these things are the reason why I'm not getting better. That is a lie. It's a flat out lie. It's all stemming from right here. Your daughter working on herself right now at this young age changes the trajectory of her entire life. Everything. But if you don't want to acknowledge that, if you don't want to really step into the truth of what it's going to take for your daughter to change her life, it's not out there. It's not in her relationships. It's not in her schoolwork. It's not in her grades. It's not in her extracurricular activities. It's not in her sports. That's not where it is. You know where it is? It's right in here. This is the work that your daughter needs to do if she wants to turn her life around. It starts from within. You can't look outside and expect inside to change. It doesn't work like that. You change the inside, you change the relationship that you're having with yourself, you change everything going on in here, and watch out because your entire reality changes. That's what happened with me, and that's what happens with so many of the girls that I work with. I had a private coaching call with a couple of girls today actually, but I'm going to talk about one girl in particular, and then I'm really going to wrap this up. This girl, how old is she right now? She's like, she's 19 or 20. She's 19 or 20. Maybe she's 20 by now. I love this girl. I call her my soulmate client. I've told her this before because she has changed her life it's incredible. And from where she was when I first met her, I've been working with her for a while. From where she was, when I first met her, she was on so much medication. So much medication that every time we would have a call, she would say how tired she was. She would say that she felt like out of it, like she wasn't even like fully there. She was kind of like a little bit jittery as well. She was on a concoction of a bunch of different medications. She felt awful. She was put on the medication because her anxiety and depression was so severe that they didn't know what else to do. And the doctor, of course, you send your doctor to, sorry, what did I say? If you send your doctor, I think I said that wrong. If you send your daughter to a doctor, you can be sure that she's going to leave with some, you know, some medication that the doctor's trying to put her on. That's what they do. And so when I started working with her, you know, we were working on all of this stuff, right? And I'm just going to like fast forward because it's like such a too long of a story, right, to really get into her transformation. But right now she is in the best place of her entire life. And we did something so freaking cool today where I just had her praise herself and tell me all of the ways that she's proud of herself, and she just flowed with it. It was powerful. She did this for several minutes. Her confidence is the highest it's ever been. She gets so much of how do I say this? We work a lot, like I explained to her, like the subconscious mind and, you know, sometimes like when there's self-sabotage, what's going on. And she gets this on such like a deep level that it's just incredible. I mean, I could go on and on, but her transformation is like, it's incredible, but she's not like, it's not like she's the only one that I've seen this with. Like so many of the girls that come to me have transformed their lives. Some of those girls I don't even work with anymore. Some of the girls I still work with. But it's just incredible. And so this can happen with your daughter, and it doesn't all have to be in private coaching. Like I said, it happens in Unstoppable You, and now it's happening in Girl Tribe. I'm already seeing the transformation happening with these girls. So sign your daughter up before it's too late, before the pricing goes up tomorrow to $97. If you sign up today, you will be locked in at $57 a month for as long as your daughter is a part of Girl Tribe. It's a 3-month commitment if you sign your daughter up today, okay? Come June, there's no commitment. It's just month to month. Like you can, you know, she can do it for a month and then get out of it if she wanted to, if you sign her up in June. So take advantage of this deal. I will not be offering it again. I'm sending you so much love. If you have any questions or you want to leave a comment below, please do that. I'm just feeling super excited. My energy is through the roof right now because this Girl Tribe is going to be like, well, I don't want to say is going to be. It already is. It's like spectacular. Oh my God, Mary, you just signed. Oh, I'm so excited. Mary just signed her daughter up. Yay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is awesome. So if any of you moms came in, this was kind of a long Facebook Live, but I had a lot to say and I got it off my chest. But if you did come in like at the tail end of this, make sure to watch it from the beginning because I really said, you know, a lot of great things in here that I think can really help so many of you moms out there. So I'm just sending you so much love, hugs, and kisses. Have a beautiful night, and I hope to see so many of your girls in Girl Tribe so they can really, really transform their lives because that's what they deserve. Okay? Bye for now.